All right. You ready?
Ready.
Hello, everybody. Hey, it's V Dizzle and Creatress here. We are coming at you live for season 6, episode 8 of There's Layers to This. Before we get started, we're definitely going to talk about intro ourselves, who we are, and what this show is about. But if you're new here, There's Layers to This is a weekly show every Tuesday. We talk everything from art. We love Web3. And sometimes we'll talk about food like lasagna, skateboarding, and we always bring the vibes. So, and toads. So our little mascot, Lorenzo, you see him up there. You see the pillow here. Yeah, he's around. So Lorenzo's our little mascot of There's Layers to This. And so, yeah, we make sure you pet a toad and eat some tacos on a Tuesday. But yeah, let's do our intros and let's have Creatress start today.
GM everybody. Yes, welcome to episode 8, season 6, episode 8 of There's Layers to This. I am one of your hosts, Creatress Sara E. Mora. I'm a multidisciplinary artist. That is my life's work. My life's calling is art in many different disciplines. This show itself, I consider a type of art. I don't know about you, Val, but I feel like we're performing artists in a way. Just
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I agree with you there.
Okay, good, cool. So we're performing artists, but like I said, multidisciplinary artists is really my background, which is why I go by Creatress, because I like to create in all forms. So I'm mainly known for VR performance art, where I use a VR headset in a real life audience, environment on stage, sometimes using a big screen or a projector, and basically letting an audience see the process of 3D sculpting in VR, and bringing in music to set the tone. And I'm very excited to work with live music because I think that really brings another immersive layer to these experiences. So that's what I'm most known for. And I've also been in the Web3 space since about 2017. Started with crypto tokens, coins, really, right? And then moved into NFTs, and I've been here ever since. So that's what this show is about. It's about art. It's about Web3 and toads, which are cryptodes, which is really just like a segue into public domain, CCO, the things that we love. The fact that we can use Lorenzo the toad, the cryptoad made by Gremlin, and use him as our mascot and have merch if we want with him because of public domain. That's something that we like to talk about on the show. So that's a bit about me, and I'm going to send it over to Val with the lasagna.
Yeah, definitely. So hello, my name is Valerie, aka VDizzle777. I started in the Web3 space back in May of 2021. I was gifted my very first NFT that I actually won in a giveaway from Gary Vee. Gary Vee is a well-known entrepreneur, business guru, marketer. And so he started his NFT collection called the V Friends back in 2021. And I won it. So he gifted me my first one. And I had offers on the secondary market on OpenSea for around like $140,000. I could have sold it, but I didn't sell it because I didn't know. I was literally extremely new and fresh to Web3. I did not know that things go up and things can go down pretty quickly. So it's okay. I held on to the NFT for about 3 years, and that gave me access to his conference that he held for 3 years called VCon. And that just really kicked off my journey in Web3. So because of VFriends, I really wanted to connect with people who are in this space in real life. So I'm based here in San Diego, California. And so that led me to start a community called San Diego NFT Friends. And that was really just a meetup to invite people who are local or maybe visiting and just, share our experiences and share about what we see with the technology and crypto and blockchain. So yeah, we started that back in June 2021, and I've been hosting meetups every single month since then. We just had a big one in January for Chinese New Year, and we will have one coming up in the beginning of March for crypto tax season. So we're going to have some speakers. We always have free food and free drinks. So if you're ever in town, hit me up on any social media platform, and I'd love to have you there. But besides that, I've gone down so many different paths and journeys within Web3, really trying to find out where my happiness and my niche, where I fit into. And so I really discovered that I do enjoy bringing people together. I enjoy community, and I really enjoy uplifting the right people who are genuine, authentic, really trying to build, in their own way, and not focusing on the scammers over here. So I started my event company called Red Rug Edutainment, and that was back in December 2022. And so I've done events all over. I've done events for the NBA. I've done events for Centauri Whiskey Company. I've done events for Gary, and so on and so forth. So yeah, that's what I do full time in the space. And now I'm also streaming. So obviously there's layers to this, but also starting a new venture called Life with V Dizzle. So yeah, just stay tuned. I'll share more about that later. But yeah, so let's get into what we're going to talk about. We like to usually start off with the non-Web3 stuff. So let's see. What do we have? Space. Should we start with space? You guys want to listen about space? Do you guys follow anything about space?
Yeah, what's going on in space today? What's going on? I want to know.
Yeah, so if you caught our last show, our last episode, we had featured Fiona on there. It was a great episode. If you didn't see it, go rewatch it. You can literally look up There's Layers to This on YouTube, and you can find the previous episode. But on our last show, I had shared about an asteroid that scientists have discovered. And this asteroid is called 2024 YR4. And basically, this asteroid went kind of viral for the news that the scientists have found is that it has a 1.3% chance of impacting Earth in the year 2035 or 2032. So it's not that far away, guys. It's in, at least within a decade that this can happen. Not even a decade, like within the next 5 to 7 years, this asteroid can hit Earth. But since that news came out a couple weeks ago, the chances of this asteroid impacting Earth has increased. So now it's increased to 2.3%. So it's still pretty low. It's still pretty low chance. But, the scientists are keeping a eye on this asteroid. And there was also some news that there is some sort of technology that these scientists have that they're able to actually divert the asteroid away from Earth if it were to impact. And this technology is called DART, DART. They have already tested this on one of Jupiter's moons, I believe. Sorry, not the moon, but one of the asteroids surrounding one of Jupiter's moons. They diverted that asteroid away. So they sent a missile to redirect that asteroid. So it does work. They're able to do this. But for some reason, I've been hearing rumors, and I don't know if this is true. I have to do more investigation. But I have heard that it is too late to use DART now because of the increase of the chance of impact. I don't know why. I've just only seen rumors. So don't hold me accountable to that. I know there's people that like to build fear around stuff like this, the Armageddon, like last day of human existence. So I've just been seeing that, all over in my space stuff. But I saw you had your hand up, Creatress. What's up?
Oh my gosh. I was thinking about all the possibilities, trying not to go Armageddon, like you said. I just sent you a link. The second link I sent you is the actual NASA website where they're talking about DART. So if anybody wants to look at that, you could take a look. Maybe Val, you could screen share so people can see just a little visual of what you're talking about. Yeah, so you're saying though that they can't use this now because what is it? Would it be like debris type situation? Like we would get debris fallback or something
Yeah,
if we
that
try
makes
to.
kind of sense. I really don't know. Again,
They
like
didn't
I
say.
have to do more research on like if this is true because I've just seen some type of people that have been doing videos about this saying like, "Oh, now like this thing is going to impact, Earth, it's increased," but they're definitely like making it more exaggerated than I think it really is. And so one of the things they're saying is that, like we're not going to be able to use DART now because blah, blah, blah. So I don't know if I necessarily trust the sources that I've seen these videos come from. So that's why I don't want to say for sure we can't use DART really. So not until I go check my reputable sources, which is usually NASA, sometimes SpaceX, sometimes the European Space Agency. Like they all kind of collaborate together to release like, truth and what they're finding without exaggerating. So yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, stay tuned then for the update. There is one more thing I saw on Twitter about a lunar landing coming. A small one.
Okay.
So if you want to check that out.
From NASA or from who?
Yeah, it's a tweet from NASA, so I think it's
Okay.
it's a lunar lander. So it's not like it's not like a crew or anything.
Okay.
There you have it.
Okay, your package is scheduled for delivery. Firefly Spaces. So Firefly Space, yeah, I recognize them. I think they're also based out of Texas, if I'm not mistaken. Firefly Space's Blue Ghost lunar lander is set to land on the near side of the moon on March 2nd at 3:45 a.m. Eastern, with NASA science and tech aboard. Watch the landing live. Oh, I love watching these. I love, love, love watching the live like launch. Do you ever watch those?
I've only seen a couple. I don't really no, I don't. I feel like I've only the one I watched last was was it the Inspiration? The Inspiration 4?
I don't know. I don't think I watched that one. The last one I watched was when they sent when it was SpaceX. SpaceX was launching, I think it was the Falcon 9 with the astronauts on board to join the International Space Station.
Oh, you might be thinking of a newer one. The one I was thinking of, was the Inspiration 4, and that's a SpaceX one too. That's the one that had Dr. Sion Proctor on it as the pilot.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't see that one.
It's been a minute, but it was in 2021 actually. And she spoke on Clubhouse a couple times. It was actually pretty cool. Like in the space rooms. Yeah, it was really sweet. And Mike Mongo, you remember Mike Mongo? Like I feel like he's the one that kind of like would bring her into the Web3 spaces and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, really? Is Mike what's Mike's background? I know he's an artist and stuff, but is he in the space industry?
Yeah, he's in the space industry too. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't seen Mike Mongo for a minute, actually. I
I
wonder
think
how
he's
he.
training to go to space.
Oh, is that why he's got? I mean, I don't know if he's
I
like
think.
taking a break from
Yeah.
Web3 at all.
I haven't seen him around as much, so maybe. Hey, Mike Mongo, if you hear this, we're wondering where you are.
Yeah, I saw Mike Mongo, I think the last time at Beeple's event in 2023 was the last time I saw him. So a little over a year ago.
Mm.
Yeah, in December. He
It's
was at a
time.
Beeple. So yeah, maybe he's been training this whole year to be an astronaut, working on making sure not to pass out or throw up with that intense G-force to get out into space.
Yeah,
Right?
I can't. I don't think I could make it. Honestly, I get seasick too quickly, even in a car. So yeah, probably wouldn't work.
Yeah, if you can't even be in a car or a ship, then yeah, maybe a rocket is not the greatest for you. I don't know if it would be for me. I definitely get butterflies when I do like roller coasters. I don't get seasick. I'll get car sick if I'm like reading a book or looking at my phone and while I'm in a car. Um, but yeah, I don't know if I could handle like so much force on my stomach. I might, yeah,
Mm-mm. No.
things might come up that nobody
Yeah.
wants. In other
Right there
space
with you.
news,
Anyway, rolling right into the
in
next
other space
thing.
news, kind of space related news, I don't know if anybody saw this. About a week ago, Elon Musk had announced that a new official city is coming to Texas. And so he is making Starbase an actual city in Texas. So there's paperwork. It looks like it's going to go through. So I don't know like what the entire I'm sure he would only do that if there were benefits to that, I'm sure, you know. So I don't know what that looks like as far as like who's going to be a mayor, who's going to be a like the mayor of the city and stuff like that. Who's going to be the city council? I don't know. Like I don't know if they have to implement those kind of things, but I do know that he's making it into a city. So, Starbase coming to a
Wow.
city in Texas.
Check out my screen. Yeah, I pulled it up. I found something. Yeah, so yep. SpaceX wants the community to become incorporated. There's going to be an election, so residents have the choice.
Oh, wow.
Yes, a
On
judge
May
announced a
3rd.
special election to allow the residents to vote on incorporation.
Hmm.
Um, Starbase is the home of the Starship development, currently unincorporated. I see.
And what's this website? What's the URL?
Uh, this is the fox7austin.com.
Oh, cool.
Just the good old news.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily endorse Fox or anything. Just putting it out there. This is just the first story that I found about it. All right. Don't come at me.
So they need
Yeah.
10% of residents to sign, and they have already 70 signatures. But there are less than 500 people living in the community, which includes 120 children. Dude, imagine. Actually, that could be cool. Like, if there's like
Wow.
a field trip you get to do, you know, the
Yeah.
nearby schools get
It'd be cool.
a trip. I remember
It'd be cool.
going to JPL in Pasadena
Nice.
to go see. That was like awesome as a kid. Like, if I could go
Yeah.
back, being an astronaut would be potentially something I would try to actually do.
Never too late.
There might be. I don't know. There's not an age limit, is there, to be an astronaut?
I don't think so. No, and
Okay.
I think that's one of the things that Mike Mongo is like talks about because he's like a little bit on like the older side for being an
Yeah.
astronaut. So
Yeah.
I think that's one of the things he talks about.
That's
in his
cool.
talks, or like he has a book, so maybe in his book he talks about that too. But yeah, yeah, you know. Fun fact, actually, I found out the other day. Dr. Sian Proctor follows me on Twitter. Yeah,
Ooh,
I
that's
told my
kind of a
mom that.
big deal.
I told my mom that, and she's like, "What? Who is that?" And I'm like, "Come here, let me show you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, check out this here website. Like, she's amazing."
Uh-huh.
So, and I didn't realize she followed me back. Maybe I did know, but I forgot. And I just looked at her profile the other day on X, and I was like, yeah. So, yeah, shout out to Dr. Sian Proctor, because she actually got chosen to go on this mission, of course, for like all her like brilliant, intelligent, like feats and like being able to be a pilot, but she actually got accepted as an artist for the mission. Like, she applied as an artist, and she was bringing like the artistic creative side to it. So I think that makes it even more impressive,
Yeah.
so, and
Yeah,
inspiring.
that's really cool. I know a lot of the astronauts, like being an astronaut, I hear is not even like a full-time job. Obviously, the studying and stuff can be, but like as an actual career, like, they train for just so much to actually be prepared to do a mission in space. But most of these astronauts have other hobbies, other interests, other work, and other careers. So I know one of the astronauts too. I forget her name, but she's in the ISS right now. Like she plays violin. She plays a violin instrument. I know she brought that to space with her instrument, and has played music out there in space. So I know they have, yeah, a lot of talent, these astronauts. So pretty cool. Shall we move on? Shall we move on to some pop culture news? All right. So I don't know about you guys. If you guys go on Instagram, let's say, but I would say that,
Sometimes.
yeah, okay. Kendrick Lamar has made quite the splash, obviously, after the Super Bowl performance.
Oh,
Um,
he performed?
and
You don't say.
yes, he's had the rap battle with Drake going on for the past year, and the high point of that, I think, was Kendrick winning 5 Grammys, and doing, being the most streamed and listened to artist on all different streaming platforms, and then he goes and does the Super Bowl. Well, Super Bowl now is already like a couple weeks ago, but people can't stop talking about it. And not just people, but even apps. So, Duolingo, if you guys see here, has been continuing to throw some shade and jokes at this whole thing. So they've and so has Twitter now. Twitter too. They killed off their little bird, obviously, when they rebranded from Twitter to X. But just so funny, they put the X logo. And so if you're kind of confused, like what? Why is the Duolingo owl dead? Why is the Twitter logo dead? Well, it's because Drake has his record label called OVO, and that logo is an owl. And so Duolingo thought it would be hilarious to make their mascot this Duolingo owl dead, because Drake definitely murdered Drake in the rap battles. So X just kind of hopped in and was playing around and added their logo to that. So yeah, I don't know. And Drake's album came out a few days ago. I haven't heard it. I haven't listened to the whole thing. I just see a bunch of memes about it. I think he did one like Latin Spanish song, and people are bagging on him for that because it sounds terrible. The little snippet that I've heard sounds horrible. It almost sounds like a joke. Like people are like, "Is this real? Like, did he really release this album?"
Oh, no.
And when the album was released, he became number one, obviously, in the charts with like the most streamed like songs. So he became number one, dethroned Kendrick. But then the second day, he lost that spot. Like he's not even in the top anymore. And so people are like, okay, it makes sense on the first day he dropped the album. People are coming in to listen to the album just to hear it. But then after that, like they're really not fans. So yeah, I feel for Drake, but I don't know. I loved his like earlier stuff, but I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know. What's up with Natalie? I see Natalie over here saying LOL pinche basura.
Ooh, Natalie.
Are you saying pinche basura to Drake?
Natalie never holds back. We love her.
She doesn't. So, all right, we know how Natalie feels about that. It is trash, though. I do think so. As far as the little snippet, Natalie, I'm curious if you've actually heard the whole song. Oh, she said that album was trash. Oh, okay. So the actual album.
Okay, not the person. So she's just talking about the album, guys. So that's our pop culture segment, y'all. That's our music and arts segment. Not arts, just music.
What's going on? So she said Vince Fernandez is rolling in his grave. Oh, I'm sure many Latin artists are. I would imagine.
So I'm gonna have to listen to that one. I'll report back next week.
We might need to play like that snippet that I'm thinking of. That's like all over my Instagram.
Okay, let me see if I can find it.
I'd be dead if you can find something on that.
Let's see. What's this new Spanish song? What's this new Latin song? Drake Latin song? Raps in Spanish.
He speaks like Spanglish in it, I would say. It's not even Spanish. It's like Spanglish.
Okay, got it. TikTok. Wait.
Ooh.
What? Wait, is this it? Is this?
Yeah.
Hang on.
And Allie says he needs to steal another accent genre and try again. Baby Chula, tell me now. Cringe. I'm sorry. I don't know. Tell me, someone who's a fan. Do you like it? Like, if you're a fan, like, what is making you love this album and these songs? I don't know.
Well, I think it's just going to be hard to be a fan after all the things, regardless of if it sounds good or not, like... that other song he did with Spanish in it, I thought was pretty catchy. It was pretty good, but it's been like 10 years.
Is it the Mia Mia? Yeah, I think he was in that one. That one was good. He was featured in that song, right? He was featuring.
Oh, maybe it wasn't his song. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it wasn't like his song that I know. If we're talking about the same one.
Yeah. Let's see. But yeah, I mean, I'd have to really listen to it. If they really listen to it to give you an opinion, but that's a Bad Bunny and featuring Drake song, Mia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they made sure he sounded good on that song, but I think this is Drake's own song featuring himself. And I think he's just trying to tap into that side of music and, obviously try to gain some Latin fans, but I don't think it's working. I think it did the opposite effect. I don't think. Yeah.
You really went there.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if I can find a video that I thought was hilarious.
He's trying to get the Latin vote, bro.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess It's okay. I won't find it because I do want to move on to
Hold on.
something. I do want to move on to something else. I don't know if I would necessarily call this pop culture.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Keegan's calling me.
Oh no. Guys,
I'm in the middle of a show, Keegan.
Oh God!
Let
Doesn't
me.
Is it? Why isn't he watching?
Is
That's
he
the real
not
question.
watching? He needs to be watching the show.
What's going on here?
Yeah.
What's going
all
on
right.
here? Okay.
I just texted him and I told him. But there
Okay.
is a video I do want to share actually. Now that I'm looking at my Instagram like history, there was a video that really impacted me that just came out a couple of days ago. And so it's this girl who is crying on well, she's not crying. She's a little shaken up. Here, rather than me talk about it, let me show you guys. Let me share my screen. And it's 2 videos. So I'm going to show you guys part 1. Let's see.
So I just got off a meeting. Like,
hold on. Can you hear? Could you hear? Courageous?
Yes, I can.
Okay, cool. All right. Let me resume.
Literally shaking. Okay. Shut the laptop. So I own the Hungry Fork on Instagram. I work with restaurants across Long Island, New York City based. I do this full time. I got an email to get on a call for a partnership. They had me send my rates. I charge for my posts. That's I tell everyone it's clear. I said, great, we saw your rates. We want to get on a call with you and our CEO. Great. I get on the call. He says, we looked at your numbers. You only have 16,000 followers. We're not paying you. Okay. So I said, I appreciate that. I right now can't do free work. I do this full time. This is my full-time job. And they're like based in the city. I'm not going to give too much information, but they were like, we have all these high-end restaurants. Like it would benefit you because you can go to dinner with like 6 of your friends for free. I've gotten to a point in my career where I would rather go to dinner with 6 of my friends and pay for that because it's more fun. Like I look at going to restaurants and eating all the time as work now because I'm always filming it. And so that was kind of just a back and forth of like, we're still not going to pay you, but like, this will be really fun for you. And I'm just like, listen, like I'm just doing strictly work stuff right now. Like I can't just travel into the city for fun. And oh my God, I'm like shaking. I need to calm down. And then he started offering that he was like, we have all these restaurants and like looking at your page, like you only film bagels and you only film pizza and like basically not nice places. I've literally like that was the CEO.
So yeah, in case you're kind of like, wait, what's going on here? So this is a girl. She has an Instagram account called The Hungry Fork. And when she made this video, she only had 15 or 16,000 followers. Since that video posted, she has now close to 160,000 followers. So this was originally posted on TikTok. And basically, she was having a meeting with a potential partner, and that partner refused to pay her for her services, where she goes in and she does, she reviews the food and she showcases it, right? And so this is her livelihood. She is like, I don't do work for free. I know my value. Yet this CEO of this potential partnership like minimized her and made her feel so bad. And so let me just show you the second video. I think it's worth like watching, obviously, this whole thing, because I think it's an important topic, because obviously this is the food, reviewing influencer industry, but I think it's also relevant to like Web3 space, and it happens in other industries.
Why do I always cry about the Hungry Fork on here? There's, again, bigger problems, but to just get on a call with me about like working with me and then like completely my followers, like pulling everything apart, that was just so defeating. Oh my God. I was saying like, listen, like I really value my work. Like it's, again, like I don't have time to just like go into the city for free right now. Like I whatever. I'm just like mind blown that conversation just happened. I shut it down so fast. I was like, I respect this. Like, I hope you have a good day. My whole thing is always just like be nice. People are so mean. You could have just said like, we're not doing any paid partnerships right now. And I would have been like, great, like this isn't going to work. Have a good day. But then he's like, even your followers don't match that. Like, even the places you go to don't match that. Even like you just basically suck. Honestly, just so difficult because like I put my whole chest into this. Like, this is my business. And like, I remember when I hit 15K, I was like so happy. I don't understand like why my value is lower than someone with 500,000. I mean, I get it, but it's like to come online on a Zoom and look at me in the face and say that. It's just like, I'm just like shocked. I'm sorry. This is like not a fun video. Why do I always cry about the hunger?
So I watched this video and I want to give her a hug. I want to give her a hug because it's like, I resonate so much because I see myself so much in that video, because as someone who is an entrepreneur, I'm working on my Web3 event business. These things have happened, and I don't know, Creatrice, if you resonate or feel any way towards her too, but like, I just feel like I love that though she put her foot down and was like, I'm not going to do work for free. I'm not going to travel into New York City for free. She'd rather even go to the restaurant with her friends and pay for it rather than just, oh, you get free meals with your friends, So I don't know. I loved this video. I loved that she went viral for it. I loved that her, follower count increased. And she made like more videos after that saying that, she actually has the whole like meeting with the CEO and that company recorded, because they recorded the meeting in general for notes. And so she's like, I actually have it, and people are asking her to expose the company, but she's taking the high road and being like, you know what, that's just not who I am. And that company now has since blocked her and everything, but she's like, I'm not going to expose them. She's just like, I'm just so glad that the people that see me really see me. So I'm like, you go, girl. And I'm sure there's going to be so many more doors that are opening for her, potential opportunities, if already there hasn't been. But I can feel her emotions so much because sometimes it sucks. Like, it's intimidating. Like, you have the CEO talking down to you, trying to manipulate you to thinking you're not valuable when you really are. And so, yeah, I wanted to just share that because this happens in Web3 too. Unfortunately, more often than not, it has. But I also do think that these experiences are important lessons to learn from, because you realize that, you should value yourself first, because if you don't, then who else is? So I just wanted to share that. And I don't know, get your thoughts, Creatress. Like, what do you think after seeing this video?
Yeah, no, I hadn't seen this. I hadn't seen it around. I definitely relate in some ways. I've had people, try to talk me into doing things for free many a times. Social media work, art, design, all sorts of stuff. Like, hey, I want you to travel, to this very far away place and come, make this, this thing that we're getting paid for better, or easier for us, or more enticing. Right. So, yeah, no, I'm 100% can relate. And yeah, I hope anyone who watches it and sees this segment maybe remembers to not let people devalue your work. Yeah, no, how did you even find this? Like, they just went viral?
Yeah, this went viral, and I don't follow the girl. I don't follow her company, The Hungry Fork, but sometimes you just get recommended videos, and I watched it, and I was like, oh my God, poor girl, but good for her. She put her foot down, and I totally resonated. And then I just thought it was funny because then Maha commented. Obviously, I'm good friends with Maha, and she's like, good for you to stick to your values and plan. You have to keep doing that. Value yourself and keep going. The right partner will get that. So I liked it. She just happened to pop up on my feed, but I was like, you know what? This feels like so much of what's happened to me before in like Web3, but I'm pretty sure it happens in all different industries when you're trying to set your own prices for the work you do, whether that is marketing, whether it's creating art, whether it's hosting events or being an influencer for, food industry. So I think it happens all over, unfortunately, more often than not. But I think it is something important to share that, like, you aren't alone if you've gone through something like this. And there are lessons, right? Like, you have to trust in yourself that you are worthy of being paid for the effort and work. Obviously, if you're doing good work and, you're creating good value for your community, you should get paid. So that's that. What is next on our agenda?
I have the birthday segment here. So
Okay.
cue up the
Yay.
balloons. I only have one birthday. Well, I've got two people to shout out for birthdays. Actually, first, let me share my screen. We've got a birthday that is coming up tomorrow, and that is my dear sister Isa la Artista. Isa is turning a really big iconic year. I won't say now.
21, forever 21.
Exactly. It's the big one. Finally 21. So there's that. And my other birthday shout out is to my favorite collector.
Your other sister too.
Yeah, so I believe it's Paris Hilton's birthday today. I guess she hasn't posted about it, but if you follow her on Instagram, you'll see it's her birthday today. So happy birthday to Paris, and happy early birthday to my sister.
So hot.
Pisces.
Nice. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to some pretty powerful, influential, and genuine women. I love that. So more February babies. Awesome. I guess people were getting it on back in May, I think. What was going on in May? Cinco de Mayo? I don't know. What? Lots of babies born in February, so something must have been happening in May for these parents. Anywho, why is Natalie saying 85 years old? Who is 85? I don't know why she's saying 85. Okay. What's next?
I think. Oh, sorry. I was at the wrong mic. My apologies. I think the next thing we have is our event segment. So I wanted to share about an event that just passed, and then we can share about the upcoming events. Her sister. Wait, what?
I think she was saying 85 years old. I don't know. Isabel, maybe?
Yes. Isa 85. Yes, that's hilarious. So let's see. The event I want to talk about is the One Love Agape event that we just had. So there's I'm going to share it now. Close this. Okay. So Agape was a drop with 20 artworks from the One Love DAO. And essentially on the 14th was a IRL exhibition that took place at the Gates Hotel, and was just, it looks like it was amazing. So let me see if I can find an image from it. Let's see. How could there not be one? This is crazy. Oh, I know. Maybe Miss Jenny has one on her page. One sec. So the exhibition was curated by Jennifer Pepin. who is the one of the founders of One Love DAO, and she has really just put everything together when it comes to this, but not just this. She also just curated an exhibition, Threads of Modernity, in Paris. So the two things were happening simultaneously. Here we go.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
Okay, so that was a video from the actual event at the Gates Hotel. This is the artwork, one of the artworks. So for this token, the token's 0.11 ETH on base. It's on Transient Labs, and essentially it's one token, but it has 20 artworks inside it. It's like a new type of token that you can add. You can continuously add. So she's also adding extra content periodically, and the artists, let me share this tab. The artists can actually inscribe messages to the collectors. So
cool.
yeah, it's pretty interesting. So you can see here the collectors, the mints, and then for example, say you go to the first person, it where is it here? He minted it. You can see, okay, so here's the token that he collected specifically. It's token ID number 1, because he was the first collector. And then you click here, story inscriptions, and basically every artist can come and write like a note to the collector.
Oh wow, that's
on chain.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's pretty sweet. And then the other cool thing is that the collector can either keep this default image as the token image, or you can literally pin any of them. So he pinned this one as like the cover of his NFT. So that's what it shows up as on his page right here. But yeah, each collector can set it however they wish, which I think is pretty cool. So yeah, just wanted to share about that exhibition that just took place. The exhibition's still up at the Gates Hotel, actually, so it can still be viewed. Here's a person there on that opening day.
Wait. I saw you in there. Okay, so you're featured in there as well.
Yeah. So one of my artworks is part of this, and I'll share the artwork in just a second here. I have it pinned. My artwork is this this video actually of 3D text that I made. And it's the whole theme is agape, which is a type of love. And so this is like the definition of that type of love.
Oh, passionately committed to the well-being of the other.
Yeah, passionately committed. Yes.
Wow.
That is agape. So everybody created their own version of what it meant to them, essentially. And yeah, we have only 7 tokens remaining. So there's only 14 tokens total, and there's 7 remaining. So yeah, there'll be all sorts of perks for the collectors. One of the things that was just mentioned, kind of in the back channel, so I don't know if I'm really supposed to say or not, but I'm just gonna say it. Is like a potential event, like a private small event for collectors in New York in June. So for collectors that are there will be like a cool gathering because there's only 14 tokens.
New York in June sounds like NFT NYC.
Yeah, so a little something for collectors will be taking place IRL, it sounds like. So yeah,
I love that. I love that. I love the intimacy and just like the high curation just for like the collectors. Love that. And of course, love the art and everything. So, well, do you know, is this You said this is a new type of token. Like, is it called like ERC and then like a specific number?
Yes. I wish I remembered the name. To be honest, I don't remember. But it is an ERC, something different than usual. Something
Yeah, because
different.
usually it's like an ERC 721 or ERC 1155. Those are
Oh,
like the
it's
two
right here.
common ones.
Yeah, it's ERC 7160TL.
Oh, TM. Wow. Cool. I like this. Do you know of anyone else who has experimented and explored using this type? Or is Love DAO
No.
kind of one of the first you've seen?
I mean, I think it's just a Transient Labs, a new token that they just deployed and that they
I
have,
see.
support for.
Yeah.
And yeah, basically like it's one token, but you can upload a different like set of files to each token. And you can add to it at any time. You can continue to add to the experience. So
That is
that's why
cool.
it says here, like there's going to be, each token grows in value as content is added and the story evolves. So one of the things that was added was this like private um like performance that took place at the exhibition. So there was like a 3-piece band who performed on the 14th, and so like a video recording of that has been uploaded as bonus content for the collectors. So like that, I mean, just things that help tell the story of the
Yeah.
whole artwork and all of that, and is kind of what we're trying to add more.
So
More.
14 tokens featuring 20 unique artworks. So if you mint a token, do you get to see all 20 artworks or only? Oh, okay. Interesting. Huh.
Yeah,
Because I
you
was
get
just
to see them all, and you also get to like pick which one you want as like
the pin, like the cover.
exactly. And let me see if I
Mm-hmm.
can find the photo of all 14. I had a photo. There's a picture. Here it is. Share this tab. So if you look here, you can see all 20. And there's a very big like variety in the
Mm-hmm.
styles. Some are physical, some are all virtual, some are AI, some are mixed media like paint and paper, acrylic. We've got all types. So yeah.
Very cool. I love that. I feel like, do they have a strong tie to the flamingo in this Love DAO? Because I know you created some flamingo piece.
No, I no, nothing in particular with the flamingos. Definitely the hearts, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I definitely have some art with the flamingos. Flamingo with Love with Fiona Abood, who is going to be in Denver, which is the next thing we're talking about here.
Yeah.
We do have to. We've only got a couple minutes left in our show because we're going to our friend and sponsor of our show, one of our sponsors,
Yep.
Token Talk, Teaching Tuesdays.
Yep. Yes. So let's get on with the ETH Denver. I'll go over quickly because I actually want to put a schedule together of. Oh, I was like, what is that? Okay, there's music, but I want to put together an actual schedule of like all the ones I'm going to because I can only go to so many things in a day. There's only so many hours in a day, and a lot of these events that I'm attending are like 4 hours or more. And so that takes up a chunk of the day. Like I try to look at it as like morning, afternoon, and evening events. And some of these events are like morning and evening, or sorry, morning and afternoon, or afternoon and evening. So I'm only going to like a handful, even though there's tons. But the ones I'm looking forward to are abstract events. They're having an event for builders. And then there's a Pudgy Penguins event that I am helping to host as well. There's going to be obviously East Denver itself, I will be there. And I'm also looking forward to Chipped, the nail company Chipped. They're going to have a brunch. I think the Boys Club is having an event that I'm looking forward to, and Chi-Fi Summit. And then I'm doing a couple of different private dinners with some of my NFTs that I hold. They're doing private dinners for the collectors. So I'm excited to go to those. So I'm only there Tuesday through Sunday, which seems like a long time, but it's already pretty much almost all scheduled. And I'm working too. I also too, if anyone's looking for work, there's so much work. I feel like at least people are approaching me. Like I think East Denver needs some people to work the event. I think Somnia, some of like the L1 chains that are having their side events, they just need help. Like organizing merch, giving it out, making sure the event's running smoothly. So if you're
that's
kind of
dope.
like, should I go to East Denver? There's a lot of paid like gigs to like help, with that. So yeah.
Amazing. I know some people looking for work. That's great to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Yeah, I don't know if you wanted to share any like flyers, but I just had this one up this whole time.
No, because I would have to search through them. I'm gonna have like a proper I'm gonna do like a whole big flyer of all the events that I'm going to. So not like a general flyer, but all the ones. Of course, I will be going to this one that Creatress has up to see her perform with her crew. And yeah, I don't know. I think you should talk about all the things you're doing, because you are not only attending events, but you're being a featured artist creating art at these events. So I would love to hear which ones you're going to be at.
Yeah, I'll just do a quick run through. This is the first one, of course. So 10:30 p.m. Don't miss it. I will be performing with Out of Body and Clay Jean on stage. They've got a flute and violin, and essentially we're doing a mixed reality, immersive storytelling experience where we're talking about the rhythms of life, the rhythms of a single person, the life of one family, for example, but also the life of the entire universe, and kind of zooming in and zooming out. So I'm really excited for that. That'll be at 10:30 p.m. at this the opening night, the official East Denver opening night party by Nolcha. And yeah, really excited about this one. Let me pull up the other one second.
There's a lot of people, even Bless. Have you met Bless in person yet?
I don't think I've met him. No. Oh,
Me either. I'm excited if he's going to be there. I saw him do some cool art before. So cool. Puck Render. Awesome. Good peoples. Maximilian. Out of Body. Creatress. Bunzi. Violetta.
Yes. Lots of cool people. The next day, we're going to be here at a virtual reality social event space, which is all about VR. So super excited for that.
Yeah.
And I'll be performing on my own there, but Out of Body and Clay Jean will also be performing at that event, their individual sets. So you can catch us there. Here is the lineup. They've also got God Cloud, Angel, and I believe God Cloud, if you guys don't know him, he has performed with me before, or we've performed together in New York. And then a kid called Make. He is we go way back to 2021. We met in VR, so super excited to see him perform. Yeah. Yeah. And then the other thing that I should say I may perform at. This has not been announced. You're getting a possible preview. This is the alpha. You guys should apply to this. RSVP. This is Eric Spivak's event on March 1st. And it's
December. I was like, wow.
No. Sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. So I will very likely be performing at this event, and it's a full day event, 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. on the last day. Looks like there's going to be a brunch, panels, networking, and then there's going to be an after party. So don't forget to RSVP for that. And then there is one more, which has not been also confirmed, but I'm just going to share it in case you guys want to RSVP anyway, regardless of if I'm there or not. But very likely we will be performing here too. It's an intersubjective DSci event, decentralized science, a little something different. It's going to be at the Denver Art Museum, and they've got panels and they've got all sorts of cool stuff going on. So check it out. It's Orasci. Orasci is a blockchain that I'm just learning about.
It's their own L1.
I'm not really sure. That's I wasn't right. Actually, wait. Okay, so no, I'm getting all confused. But more about that next time. Okay. More about that next time. And then the last thing that I'll be part of, it's also on the 27th. It's a smaller event. So you can't all come, sorry. But it's an event we're doing in collaboration with Burrito DAO and One Source. And it's about bringing together artists and developers. So it's called Code and Canvas. Pretty excited.
I love that.
Yeah, that's kind of that's what I've got. That's the events that I have on my radar in terms of like being part of them, me being doing something at those events. But in terms of attending, if I have time to attend, because in addition to those events, I'm also doing a couple podcast recordings. And then if I have time, I would love to go to the boys club. They have the Trad Wife Prom. They also have, I don't know if that's the same thing as like the Chipped thing, or
No,
then there's
they're
something
two separate events, I believe.
Two separate. Okay,
Yeah.
So I think I RSVP'd for both. I'm not sure. I'm getting overwhelmed already. But I know that there's a MetaMask event with Boys Club, so I think that's kind of what I'm getting confused. Maybe. So I think there's Tradwife Prom, and then there's like Boys Club and MetaMask. I'm not sure. I could be wrong.
I think they're having different events, like multiple. Not different, but multiple events. So I'm going to the prom one, but the MetaMask one, I don't think I'll be at that one.
Okay, so I RSVP'd for the prom one. I think we might both be going to that one. Okay. Cool. Yeah, let me know about the abstract stuff so I can try to put it on the calendar too. But that's basically all I have that I'm excited about. It's like the Chipped, the Boys Club, the She-Fi, which are all like super girly events.
Yep, same.
And what else? I saw that Jennifer Facino is doing an event. So I was just about to RSVP for it just before we started the show. I can't even find it anymore, but I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna track it down and find it because she usually puts on really cool events. Looks like there's a Milady rave on the 28th.
Oh gosh, oh my god, I have so many memories on last year's My Lady. That might be one to go to.
Okay,
they rave to like 6 a.m., 8 a.m. It's crazy. I love them.
Oh, okay, interesting. So the Milady rave just came up on the group, the ETH Denver events group chat. If you want to take a look at it there, that one is going to be on the 28th from 11. Oh, it's from 11 p.m. to 11 a.m.
Okay, yep, that's normally how they go. That's go
crazy.
Wild, and I love it. Like I'm already been practicing, like staying up late. Like I've been going to bed like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. so that I can pull all-nighters at ETH Denver and go hard.
I will not be joining you in this. I'm sorry. That's
okay. Not everybody can. Not everyone can hang. You know.
No, not everyone can hang. That's right. I can hang out like for brunch.
During
do
normal
brunch.
waking hours.
Okay. So normal waking hours, sign me up. Okay, but hey, I'm gonna sign up for the Milady thing. Maybe I could just come from 11 to 12. You know, catch the early bird shift.
Yeah.
Warm up the place. Yeah, because that's wild. But yeah. With that, I think we've said enough. We're gonna roll on over to Keegan's space now. Go catch him on X, and come back next Tuesday. And tune in next week while we're in East Denver. We might be doing a lot of random pop-up lives.
Yes,
So
I
sure
will
you're
be
following the channel.
vlogging. I have my brand new camera. Look how tiny it is. Next to my
Ooh.
head. But it has a nice fisheye camera angle, catches all the things. So if you won't be in Denver, don't worry. I will be bringing some live streaming and vlogging with my setup, and we'll see who we meet. Maybe some impromptu interviews with people and just showing you guys what it looks like if you've never been to East Denver or can't make it this year. Because I think they just get bigger and bigger every year, and different people are coming. And also ordinals, even though East Denver is an ETH focused event, ordinals will be there. Bitcoin inscriptions, they're gonna have a one-day summit also that's hosted by ETH Denver. So yeah, it's expanding. But yes, so with that, thank you everyone who tuned into our show. There's layers to this. We will be live next Tuesday, but from ETH Denver. And if you got nowhere to go after our show, definitely head over to our sponsor, 10KTF Teaching Tuesdays. They go live on Spaces every Tuesday, and they are live now, and they talk everything from Web3 NFT happenings. His topic today is reality versus fiction. I wonder what that's about. And if you've never heard of 10KTF, there is a project, NFT project called 10KTF. And so he does a roundtable with the community and just likes to talk and hang out. So we'll see you guys over there. But yeah, have a great rest of your day, guys. Bye.
GM. Don't forget to eat a taco. Better toe.